Welcome back to the studio. Today I have a topic that I've been thinking about a lot, and that is how do artists practice? And the reason I was thinking about it is because this last year I wanted to really get a lot better with my art, and I felt like every day I would sit down and just paint a landscape, or mostly landscapes because that's usually what I do. But I felt like even though I was painting landscapes every day, I was getting frustrated and I wasn't necessarily feeling like I was progressing as fast as I wanted to. And so I started listening to a bunch of podcasts, watching some instructional videos by artists, and realizing that artists have a harder time practicing as in other professions. So think about musicians, and a piano player will practice their chords every day, or their scales, and same with guitarists. You know, there's certain things, they're not just playing a song every day to get better, they're playing little individual things so that when they go to play a song, they're able to do it. And I feel like to get better at painting or drawing or whatever it is, we need to be able to break it down and be more intentional with our practicing when we sit down, so that we get better faster and we're not taking, you know, years and years to get better because we're not as intentional with it as other professions, or even sports. You know, I mean, think about if you're a basketball player or whatever, you are not playing a game every day to get better. You are practicing dribbling, you're practicing just your shots over and over, and it's breaking it down. So today what I want to talk about is how to practice, because it's something I've been thinking about a lot, and this is kind of in my head of how I'm starting to practice, and I've noticed I've been getting so much better because I've been doing this. So here's the different categories of, I guess we'll say, that make up art in general, okay? Whether it's a still life or a landscape, what makes up a painting is you've got your composition, you've got your color, you have your values in it, you have your simplifying and kind of massing your groups together, and you have your perspective. Now those are kind of the big five that go into any painting. And so when I sit down lately, I'm deciding on either studying color, or studying value, or studying composition, or studying perspective, or studying how to simplify and mass, which kind of goes with composition, but I'm studying one of those specifically. Or if I'm sitting down and I'm not picking one of those to study, then I'm deciding to study a specific element in a landscape. For example, I decided to sit down and practice doing trees because I just felt like I wanted to get better at trees. And you know, this is something I could do probably every day, because trees are a huge part of a landscape, right? And so every day I could spend at least 15-20 minutes just practicing trees. And that's gonna make it so that when I come to a landscape and I'm ready to paint the whole painting, all of a sudden my trees have now gotten 1,000 times better, because I've spent just a little bit of time on those every day getting better at it, versus trying to spend, you know, a few hours every day painting one landscape with a few trees. And I've noticed that as I've been doing this, it has gotten easier when I go down and decide to finally paint a whole painting. So what I want you to think about as you go about your painting process this next week is, instead of sitting down and saying, I want a finished painting, sit down and say, what am I lacking in my finished paintings right now? Is it my colors? Do I need more color theory that I need to be studying? Is it my composition? That's one I've really been studying a lot lately. I've gotten a few books on composition. I've been watching videos on composition, because with landscape painting, composition is a huge beast. And so that's been one that I've really been trying to hone in on, is just composition. And the way I even practice that, because you're probably thinking, oh, composition, that's painting a whole painting. No, you can do compositions with just thumbnail sketches, with just your pencil, and just blocking it in real fast. You know, and look at your painting. So we've got, you know, is it my color? I need more practice with? Is it my composition, my perspective? Is everything looking like I have enough depth in my painting? Am I overlapping my shapes? Am I creating that, nice, depth within the painting? Is it my values? Am I doing a good job of having, some nice darks with my midtones and my lights and, all of that? So my big suggestion to you today is sit down, think about what you want to get better at, and be intentional with it, and break it down into small little things you can practice each day. It's kind of like the Atomic Habits book, and how you're just going to get better if you can get intentional with what you want to study. And again, it's harder with art because I feel like we just paint a painting every day instead of practicing little individual pieces of a painting. Or maybe, instead of trees, I'm going to start maybe practicing. I actually did that a few months ago with clouds, just sitting down practicing clouds every day. And now when I go to a painting and I'm getting ready to do the sky, I'm so much more confident doing the sky. So that's my ramblings for today that I just wanted to share with you guys and make you aware of just my practice and how I've been starting to really think about and be intentional with how I practice every day, so that I'm getting better at a quicker rate. So let me know if there's something you'd like to see, and I will see you guys next week.